What's up, family? Man, I bless each and every one of you. May God continue to guide you, keep you, comfort you, and aid you in your growth and development, as well as the healing stages of your life. Family, we have to grow up emotionally. We have to grow up. Man, today, December 4th, the love of my life, my late wife, passed away 9 years ago today. 9 years ago today. And it's crazy because it doesn't seem like it's been 9 years. It seemed like it was just last year that happened. You know what I mean? And yet, man, this video is gonna be deep. You know what I mean? It's gonna be deep. It's gonna be sensitive for those of you that are struggling with something along this line, man. And it is what it is. You know what I mean? We have to grow up emotionally. You know, that this has been a long journey for me. It's been a long, hard road, you know, and I still struggle, you know, with it. You know, I made a post earlier this morning on YouTube, and man, the tears are rolling down my eyes as I was sitting there just writing and just talking to her and just letting her know just some of the things that I've gone through over those 9 years, you know, how much I've changed. Stay with me. I promise you we're going somewhere. And the trip is, you know, so many people. I grew up in Christianity. I'm not a Christian by any means, but I grew up in that religious dogma. And there's so many people who would be like, man, all you need is Jesus. All you need is Jesus. And to each their own. You know, this is not about bashing Jesus. This is not about bashing religion or anything else of that nature. This is about just grown folks having a heart-to-heart conversation, grown folks being real with each other. You know what I mean? Not sugarcoating shit, you know, not putting on a fucking mask and pretending to be sanctified and pretending to be all there when you really ain't. You know what I mean? You walk around with this pretentious fucking aura, you know, like you all that, you got everything figured out and you fucking broken and crushed on the inside. You suicidal and depressed on the inside, but you quoting all this shit and you dogging people out and judging people because, you know, that's what your religion teaches you to do. You know what I mean? And again, to each their own. But it's been such a long journey for me. And I look at my growth and development, I look at where I'm at today, and I'm here because I want to make her happy. I'm here because I wanted her and my mom to be proud of me. See, we gotta find a reason why to keep going. We have to find a reason why we have to grow the fuck up. We gotta find a reason why you get up every motherfucking day and put your best foot forward. It's hard as fuck when you lose somebody of that magnitude in your life to get out of bed and keep trying. It's hard as fuck. And if the truth be told, I was suicidal. If the truth be told, I tried to commit suicide. If the truth be told, I went to China and was spreading her ashes and didn't want to come back to America. I wanted to run away from life, run away from all my responsibilities, everything that I was supposed to do. I wanted to forfeit. If the truth be told. So I understand the depression. I understand the suicidal thoughts. I understand the feeling of not having another motherfucking fight left in me. I understand, because I've been there. I've walked in them motherfucking shoes. I've crawled in that fucking mud. I've crawled in it. And if the truth be told, I wanted to just lay there and just give up. I wanted to just lay there and just rot away. If the truth be told, I cried out to God, fucking kill me already. I begged God to end my fucking life. Because I was sick and tired of hurting, sick and tired of crying, sick and tired of being broken, sick and tired of the ones that I loved leaving and leaving me behind. This is real shit. It's crazy when you could get to that place where you're begging God to die because you're sick and tired of being here. But what I had to learn was that I had to find a reason to keep going. I had to have a reason to get up every motherfucking day. I had to find a reason. To get up and say, not my will. I had to find a reason to deal with my shit. I had to find a reason why I shouldn't become a fucking drunk and just give up. I had to find my reason. What's your reason? Do you even have a reason? Do you have a reason why you got to push past your fears? See, I had to push past my fears. I had to push past my insecurities, my hurt, my abandonment issues, and everything. I had to deal with my motherfucking trauma. The question is, have you found a reason big enough, powerful enough to motivate you, to inspire you to get up and dive deep into the abyss of your subconscious thoughts? Have you found a reason big enough, powerful enough to make you want to deal with your deepest fears? Have you found a reason big enough, strong enough, bad enough to make you deal with your hurt and your brokenness? And see, the truth is, the great majority of us never found a reason. We've never found a reason to go beyond that pain. We've never found a reason to go beyond that fear. We've never found a reason to go beyond those insecurities. And because we haven't found a reason, we haven't done it. See, because we got to find a whole bunch of reasons or why we ain't got to do all that, or why we shouldn't do that. We can find a million reasons, a million excuses, a million distractions to keep us from doing that. But can you find your reason to deal with those fucking monsters? Can you find your reason to deal with your baggage? Can you find a reason to deal with your trauma? And my late wife, she became my reason. She became my reason. And the truth be told, one of the areas where I'm just learning to get my feet back up under me, because I've been so crushed in that area, I'm learning how to trust others. And what I mean by trust others, I'm learning how to love without being afraid of losing that love. I'm learning how to open my heart my mind, my soul to another. Without the fear of being abandoned. Without the fear of being rejected. See, it's something about death that has us all fucked up. See, when you lose somebody like that, it does a fucking number on you psychologically. It does a number on you emotionally. And the great majority of us have never really stopped to understand the fucking crazy shit that happens to us when we lose somebody like that. How it traumatizes us. How it makes us terrified of being vulnerable again. Yeah. This is my late wife. She was my rock. She was my everything. And the thing is, I had to learn how to be my own rock. I had to learn how to be my own everything. I had to learn how to pick myself up out the mud of self-pity, of being a victim. I've had to learn how to crawl again when it comes to love and being in a relationship with someone else. I had to learn how to take baby steps. Oh, God help me. But she was my reason. She was my reason for my growth and development. She was my reason for me to deal with me and my pain and my trauma. Because if the truth be told, I didn't give two fucks about God at that time. If the truth be told, I didn't give two fucks about Jesus. If the truth be told, at that time. See, I know we don't like being this vulnerable. I know we don't like being this transparent. And it offends some of you, and it is what it is. And this talk is considered blasphemous to the uneducated religious folk who think they're super spiritual. See, you can't talk like this about God. You can't talk like this about Jesus. But the truth is the motherfucking truth. When my wife died, I was mad at God. I was mad at Jesus. When the truth be told, when my wife died, I didn't give a fuck about what God had to say. I didn't give a fuck about what Jesus had to say. If the truth be told, if I could have killed God and Jesus when my wife died, I would have did so. Because that pain ran deep. The hurt, the anger that I had. And so I didn't give a fuck about what God was talking about at that time. I didn't give a fuck about what Jesus was talking about at that time. And so I had to grow the fuck up emotionally. And the truth is, God don't give a fuck what you think about him. God's ego, God ain't got no fucking ego like we do. So God's opinion about himself is not based on what we think about him. Jesus, Joshua, whatever, they don't give a fuck about what you as a person think about them. Get over your motherfucking self. Your opinions about God, whether they're good or bad, completely irrelevant to them. Your opinions about God and Jesus, Joshua, have no fucking bearing on them. They're not God and Joshua because you say they are. We've got to grow the fuck up. We got to grow up emotionally and spiritually. And regardless of how you try to hide it, we've been super spiritual. God knows your heart. God knows your deep inner thoughts. He knows you're pissed the fuck off at him. He knows you're hurt and you're broken and you're crushed. He knows you don't give a fuck about what the Bible say at the time. He knows you don't give a fuck about what the Quran or Buddha or anybody else is talking about at that time. He knows that. He's not ignorant of that fact. And so I had to learn. Why am I going to keep going on? Because I didn't want to keep going on. I didn't want to keep living. I didn't want to live for God. I didn't want to live for Jesus, Buddha, nobody. I didn't want to fucking be here. And what I had to realize was that I had to be here. I had to be here. And I had a choice. I could be here and be strung out on fucking dope, be a fucking alcoholic, be a fucking zombie. Or I could be here and do something positive and righteous with my life. I could be here and do the things that I needed to do to make my late wife proud. And that's what I chose to do. It wasn't the Bible that pulled me up out the mud. It was the fact that I wanted to make her proud of me. I wanted to make her proud of me. And that was it. I wanted her and my mom to be able to look at me and smile. See, one of the crazy things is the last thing I said to my wife, I remember it like it was yesterday. The last thing I said to her, she died of breast cancer and she was struggling She was holding on. And I remember December 4th, 2015, December 4th. I remember just looking at her and I could see the struggle. And one of the things that I didn't want to do in front of her was allow her to see me crying, because she was trying to stay on for me. You know what I mean? Stay around for me. And I saw it, I felt that, and the last thing I told her was, babe, I know you wouldn't go. I know you're hanging around for me. I'm gonna be all right. Go. Let go. And when I said it, she sighed and was gone. Got up, called the hospice nurse, jumped in the shower, and cried my ass off. Because I knew that I wasn't gonna be all right. I knew that my life was fucked up without her. I didn't even know who I was anymore outside of her. I had no direction. We were both supervisors, made great money. But I had no concept of who I was supposed to be outside of her. I had no concept of what I was supposed to do with my life. And I was fucked up. Fucked up. Called the family and everybody, sent out the text messages. Drunk half a gallon of Fireball that night. Because I was lost. Because I was empty. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to go. I didn't even know how to start. Whatever it is that I was supposed to be doing. Had her cremated. Took her ashes to China because we both wanted to go there. Spent 2 weeks just traveling around China, spreading her ashes. And then I stayed there for another 3 months. And everywhere I was at, I would sprinkle a little bit of her ashes. She became the fuel that I needed to get busy about life. She became the fuel that I needed. She became my gas in my tank. She became the driving force behind me dealing with my fucking issues. She became the force to make me look at me and be honest with me. She became the force. That helped me begin to learn to like me. That helped me begin to learn to love me. Because I didn't have the strength to do it on my own. I didn't have the strength to be the man that I am now. I didn't have the strength to be the strong man that I am now. I didn't have the strength to be the wise person that I am now. It took me losing her for her to become the energy behind who I am today. This is real shit. And a lot of you ain't gonna catch this. A lot of you ain't gonna get this. And it is what it is. You have an option. You have choices. What is it gonna take for you to be all that you're capable of being? What is it gonna take for you to grow the fuck up emotionally? What is it gonna take for you to grow the fuck up spiritually? What is it gonna take for you to be the starseed, the chosen one, the beacon of love, the beacon of light, the beacon of love, the beacon of hope? You say that you came here to do all that stuff, but what is it gonna take for you to get serious and stop faking the funk? What is it gonna take for you to stop lying to yourself? What is it gonna take for you to stop minimizing and tearing yourself down? Man, it took her passing away and me wanting to make her proud. In everything that I do, everywhere that I go, all the lives that I touch, I'm grateful for her being there. Here's the trick. 99.9 of y'all have never met her. Don't even know her. But she's had an impact on your life through me. When I tell you that it's bigger than you, this is what I'm talking about. My beautiful wife has been gone 9 years. And she's still impacting the world. You don't see her. You don't hear her. You don't even know her. You just see me. You just hear me. And you have no idea that it's her behind me. It's her within me. I'm here because of her. I'm here because of her. Because if it was left to me, I would have said, fuck the world. I'm out. And I would have checked out a long time ago. And I wanted to do that. But I know that that's not what she wanted me to do. Man, I hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.